Okay, hello everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for this month's HeinOnline webinar, Applying HeinOnline's Journals Database Across Various Academic Disciplines. During the webinar, I am joined today by my colleague, Tim Hoagie. My name is Roxanne Marmion. Tim and I both work in the sales department, along with our colleague, Steve Roses, who I'm sure if you've been to previous webinars, you're familiar with Steve and Tim as well. So as I mentioned, this webinar is going to be recorded. And at the end, I will open it up to any questions, but my colleague Tim will also be monitoring the chat box. So if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please feel free to place them in the chat box, and Tim should be able to help you out there. So a quick overview of today's webinar. First, I'm going to give a quick overview of HeinOnline, and then the focus of the webinar today is going to be on the journal database. I'm going to go show some examples of how you can utilize a new research tool we have called Pathfinder to find the most relevant on-point content depending on the subject that you're doing research on. So applying the journal database across various academic disciplines using our journal database, and at the end, I'm going to open it up for some questions and answers. So we'll save a few minutes at the end. The webinar should run about 30 minutes total. So first, just a quick overview of HeinOnline. So if there's anyone here that's not familiar with HeinOnline, HeinOnline is comprised of over 200 million pages of content across, we're up to over 100 plus databases available now in HeinOnline. A couple of the key features of HeinOnline. Almost all content's available from the earliest volumes or editions. So we have historic content dating back to the 1500s that would be really hard to find online in other databases. Everything's PDF image based, so it's like you have the official version available to you. So it's like having a library full of books available to you in an easy to use online, fully searchable database. Key content in HeinOnline, of course, the journal database, which we're going to talk about today. We have a comprehensive collection of international treaties, a constitution database, which includes constitutions for every country in the world, as well as substantial constitutional histories for many countries. We have over 18,000 books and treatises in HeinOnline in our legal classics library. A substantial collection of government documents, and so much more. So in addition to the journals, HeinOnline, there's over 100 plus databases available. All right, so about the journal database. Recently, we've reached the 3,000 journal mark. So over 3,000 fully searchable image-based journals available in HeinOnline. Every single journal is available from the earliest volume or issue ever published. So comprehensive coverage there. The currency of the journal varies depending on how current it is in HeinOnline, varies depending on our contract with the publisher. Some are available through the most current issue or volume. Some may have a 1 or 2, 3 volume delay, just depending, again, on that license agreement we have with the publisher of the journal. So over 42 million pages and 40 disciplines are covered in the journal database. So just to give you an idea of some of the disciplines covered here. Animal studies, women's studies, foreign relations, history, economics, religion, immigration, public health, criminal justice, just to name a few. Almost 90 different countries. So we have journals published in over almost 90 different countries. As well as all 50 states and the District of Columbia. So I'm going to spend some time now talking about our new Pathfinder tool. So we used human curation and artificial intelligence tools to subject code every single article in the Law Journal Library. So what I want to do now is explore how Pathfinder can help to identify relevant articles for your research. So over 1,500 subjects have been identified using this Pathfinder tool. So you can see the different categories here: applied science, humanities, industries, natural and formal sciences, and social sciences, as well as all the subjects covered underneath each of those categories. So I'm going to jump into HeinOnline here. So let me just switch over to HeinOnline. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the HeinOnline welcome page. Again, for anyone who's not familiar with HeinOnline or who has not used HeinOnline in the past, this HeinOnline welcome page, you'll see a list of all your subscribed content. So if you are a subscriber or on trial, anything that's part of your subscription will be listed on this welcome page. Everybody's welcome page will look different depending on what their institution subscribes to. You can see how you can browse by category or by database name. So we're going to go right into the Law Journal Library. So I'm going to select Law Journal Library here. And if you ever have a question about what's included in a database, this more information circle, when you click here, this will give you a little description of what's included in that database. So we're just going to go right into the Law Journal Library landing page here, and that's where you're going to find the Pathfinder tool. All right, so now we're at our Law Journal Library landing page. And you'll notice on both the home page as well as each database landing page, you're going to see our one-box search options on the top of the screen. This one-box search will follow you no matter what database you're in. You're going to have these search options. This is where you can input a citation, catalog if you're looking for a publication, do a full text search using this one-box search. And then you're going to see below that are browse by options. So you have a few different browse by options in the journals. You can browse by Pathfinder subjects, state, country. So if you're looking to see what journals we have published in a specific country, this is where you would look for that. So if you click country, it'll give you a list of all the countries covered in HeinOnline, the journals that we have from those countries. Most cited, and then author profiles. So author profiles will let you look up an institution and see all the different authors that we have profile pages for that institution, the university. Now let's just look at, so we're going to click on Pathfinder subjects. So to get to the Pathfinder subject finder tool, let's click Pathfinder subjects. So there's a couple ways to browse Pathfinder subjects. We have a text display as well as a graph. So when I click graphical here, you can just see the different ways we can browse text or graphical. So you'll see your different categories here: applied science, humanities, social sciences. So let's say we're just looking at humanities, and then as we click, it's going to continue to expand. So we have, let's say we're looking at religion, and then you'll see the additional categories or subject areas that you have available. So I'm going to go back here to the text display. So let's say there is a specific subject area that you're looking for, and you just want to quickly find out if we have it. You can, under the text display, you can expand all, and then you could just do a control find. So let's say we're going to do some research on climate change. So I do a control find, and I see we have climate change listed under earth sciences and environmental sciences. These are going to be the exact same results. And what this is going to show you, if I click on climate change here, it's going to show me every single journal article that we have classified under the subject of climate change. So let's just click on climate change here. So again, what it's going to do, it's going to load all of those articles that we've classified under the subject climate change. So we're looking at 11,584 articles from the journal database under that subject area. So that's a lot of articles to look through. So from here, you can actually search within. So if there's a specific topic or subject area that you're researching under climate change or in climate change, you can actually search within these results. So to do that, you can see our display here. From here, you're going to see this down arrow, and that's going to be search within results. So if you want to search within these results, we're going to click here. And when we click the search within, you're going to see your different metadata fields, your Boolean operators on the right-hand side. And from here, you can actually put in additional keywords or terms. So let's say we're doing some research on the Paris Agreement. The Paris Agreement is a legal binding international treaty on climate change. So let's say we're focusing on the goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2050. Okay, so we're going to do some research here. So let's put in, for our keywords here, we're going to just put in Paris Agreement. If you're not familiar with searching in HeinOnline, if you are searching for a phrase, I do highly recommend putting quotes around the phrase so that it searches it together instead of searching Paris or agreement. It'll just narrow down your results for you. All right, so we're searching text, Paris Agreement, and then we're going to search and. We'll search the full text again, and we're going to put in here carbon neutral. And as we scroll down here, you can put in a certain date range. So if there's a specific time frame that you're looking for, you can search within the year here, but I'm just going to leave that blank for now. And I am just going to run my search. And now, so what we're searching right now, we're searching for those keywords, Paris Agreement and carbon neutral, only within the 11,500 articles that we have subject coded to climate change under the subject climate change. Okay, so now we're looking at 157 results, much more manageable number of results to look through. So I want to quickly go through the search results page here. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see your facets. Using the facets, you can further refine your search results. So you can refine by date. There's a specific date range you want to look at, Pathfinder subjects. So this is going to show you additional Pathfinder subjects that we've identified from these search results. So if you want to further narrow down using additional subjects, you can select here additional subjects from the Pathfinder subject list. Section type, are you only looking for articles, comments, notes, location, country published, organization, language, so we even have a language filter here, person, availability, is it available in full text or do we index it only? So if we are not able to put the current content for a journal in the Law Journal Library or in the journal database, we will index it, so it will still appear in your search results page. So you can see how you can really narrow down your results even further. As we're looking through the results, you're going to see your Pathfinder subject. So you're going to see as you look through climate change, and then you can see additional subjects too. So that just makes it really easy when you're browsing through your search results to quickly look at the Pathfinder subjects to say, okay, yeah, that really is relevant for my research, climate change, international trade and the law, and just really help identify the most relevant articles for your research. A couple ways you can sort here. So once you're looking at your search results, we can sort by oldest, newest first, number of times cited by articles, and number of times accessed. That is part of the Scholar Check feature that we have, and I'm going to talk about that in more detail further on or later on in this webinar. You can even sort by number of times cited by cases, most cited author. So a lot of different sort by options here. On the right-hand side of your search result, or the article here, you're going to see a few different icons. From here, you have your download PDF. So when you click the download PDF, that's going to automatically download an entire section. Sections vary depending on the database you're in. In the Law Journal Library, a section is going to be an entire article. Okay, so you click that PDF icon, that is going to download the entire article for you automatically. Next to that are download options. This is where you can, if you only want to download a few pages of the article, if you want to download it as a text document instead of a PDF, you can do that from the download option icon. The email option, The envelope here, that's to email an article to somebody. This is really a great feature. If you want to quickly email this to a colleague or even to yourself, if you want to read it later, it's going to email a link to a PDF. And with this option, you do not have to be logged into HeinOnline to be able to access that PDF. So it's a link, the link's good for 7 days. You click on that link and it'll automatically download that PDF without you ever having to go into HeinOnline. And then the last one here is bookmark. The bookmark here, that's part of MyHein. MyHein's our personal bookmarking research tool, and I'm going to talk about that in more detail later on in the webinar. Okay, so an additional way you can use the Pathfinder tool to search in the journal database. I'm going to go back to the journal homepage. So if you click on Advanced Search, so for this example, though, I am just going to let the homepage load here. Under Advanced Search, you're going to see, so here we are under Advanced Search. So you can, again, put in your keywords, and then under Pathfinder, search by Pathfinder subject, you can actually search across only a specific Pathfinder subject. So let's do a search here. Let's say we're doing some research in sports law. We're researching the International Olympic Committee. Okay, so that's going to be my full text search, the International Olympic Committee. And then I'm going to scroll down here, and under Pathfinder subject, I'm going to just say, okay, is there anything identified under sports law? So I'm going to start typing in sports. Now you can see all the different options we have here: combat sports, fantasy sports, physical sports, professional sports, sports facilities. And I'm just going to select sports law for this search. So this is going to search for the International Olympic Committee across only articles that we have identified under the subject of sports law. So let's just run our search here. Okay, so now we're looking at 837 results. So let's just look over here at our facets. So let's say, all right, well, I am just doing some research on athletes. So I'm going to select an additional Pathfinder subject, and I'm going to select athletes, and that'll just continue, narrow down my search results even further. So now we're only looking at 235 results. Okay, I had a quick question, so I'm just going to pause here for a moment. And I had a question. What happens if you don't open your email link within 7 days? So that's when you email the link to the PDF. So here, when you use the email icon here, if you don't open that within 7 days, you will have to log into HeinOnline to be able to access that article. So you can still access it, you just have to have access to HeinOnline to do that. Okay, so I am going to go back into the PowerPoint now. All right, additional tools and features available in the journal database. We have a number of artificial intelligence tools. So not only, artificial intelligence tools and research aids using natural language processing combined with custom concepts specific to HeinOnline's scope and range of material. So one of the features I want to show, so I'm going to go back into HeinOnline now. I want to show our keyword search. So the keyword search is a bit different than your standard Boolean searching that you might be used to with HeinOnline. Now, with the keyword search builder, you can put in any term or phrase or any relevant, anything relevant to your research that you're doing. And it's going to use artificial intelligence to find any on-point relevant matches in HeinOnline. So any matching results using those keywords. So to get to the keyword search builder, from the Law Journal Library, so we're in the Law Journal Library, you're going to click on Advanced Search again. So once we clicked on Advanced Search, you can see on the right-hand side, you're going to have your Pathfinder search, and then underneath that, you're going to see your Keyword Search Builder. So I'm going to select Keyword Search Builder. So let's say we're doing research on the right to privacy and then the conflicting priorities between individual privacy and public safety. So that's the research we're doing. So I'm going to try to think of any keyword that, anything that would be relevant to that search. I'm going to put that in the keyword search builder. And then I'm going to put a weight to each word or phrase. So if you move the weight all the way to the right, that's going to be most important in your research. So if you really want that keyword or phrase to be really important and really relevant and appear the most in that search result, you're going to weight it all the way to the right-hand side. You can just leave them all, as is, and see how your search results come about and see if, you're finding relevant matching content. If not, you can change the weights, you can add additional keywords. So again, for my search, let's say I'm just going to come up with some keywords here. So the first phrase, I'm going to public safety, citizens, right to privacy, mass surveillance, and individual privacy. I'm going to leave them all as they are for now. You can narrow by date. So if there's a specific date range you're looking for, you can put the years in here. I'm going to click submit here. And let's just see what results we come up with. Okay, so from here, you can look through your search results. And again, you're going to see your Pathfinder subjects. So this is it's just an additional way to help you identify the most relevant. So as we scroll through here, cyber surveillance and big data, preventing terrorism or eliminating privacy, data surveillance, you can see all the different articles that have appeared here. So let's just take a look at, we'll just click on this article here. So an additional feature, along with this keyword search, we have a tool called More Like This. So let's say you found a relevant on-point article. Let's say this article talks about, it's relevant for your research. You want to find more articles like this. How can I find more content just like this article? From the image toolbar, so anyone familiar with the image toolbar, this will appear every time you're looking at an image in HeinOnline. You'll see a lot of the same icons here. Download the PDF, email. This will actually, text of this page, this will actually turn the PDF to a text document. And so if you wanted to copy and paste any of the text from the image, permalink if you want to send a link to this page to someone, my Hein bookmark, again, I'll talk about my Hein in a few minutes. But then over on the right-hand side, you're going to see More Like This. So let's click on More Like This. When I click on More Like This, it's going to identify 6 interesting words from this article. It'll list them on the left-hand side, and then you can look through the interesting words and say, okay, yes, those are definitely, on point, relevant. Look through your search results and see if you're getting, what you're looking for. You can remove words, change the weight of the words. So let's just say I want to add a different term instead, and then just rerun your search to get the most on-point articles. Okay, another quick feature I want to show here, a newer search feature that we have, the Venn diagram search. So the Venn diagram search, it's just a different way to display your search results. So under advanced search, you can either run your Venn diagram search from the Law Journal library, but it's also an option from the HeinOnline homepage. So if you're on your landing page, the welcome page for HeinOnline, you're also going to have the Venn diagram search option. So let's click on Venn diagram search here. So from here, you can put in multiple keywords or relevant phrases connected with the and, okay? So let's say we're doing research on the vaccine mandate. So let's just do some research here. We're gonna say vaccine and mandate and controversy and right to privacy. So we're going to run our search here. Let me just take a moment here. Again, the Venn diagram search, it's just a different way to display your search results. So with the Venn diagram search, you're going to see a nice graph and it's going to show you, okay, how many times to do all 4 of those appear together in your search results. But then you can also look at, okay, well, I just want to look at vaccine, mandate, and controversy. And then you just select in the graph and it'll show you, okay, how many times do those 3 keywords appear together? Or how about just right to privacy? How many times does right to privacy appear as a search result in HeinOnline? So because we're in the Law Journal Library right now, this is searching just across the journals database. But if you ran the same search using the Venn diagram from the welcome page, it would actually search across all subscribed content. Okay, from here we have 308 results, and that's matching all 4 keywords. But here as we select, let's say, all right, now I want to select somewhere different in here. I want vaccine, mandate, and controversy. And you can see up here, controversy, mandate, and vaccine, 2,100 results, 2,186 results here. So you can just see, you know, as you select different areas in the graph, and it'll display what you're searching and how many search results you have. From there, you can even search within again. So let's say I am going to do my original search. Here we have 2,100 results here, and we can search within using the down arrow, and you can put in additional keywords or terms. Okay, so again, that's the Venn diagram search. So I am going to go back over to the slideshow again. The next thing I wanted to talk about, Scholar Check. So Scholar Check, to assist researchers with finding authoritative sources in the content of their field, we created Scholar Check. So this is a series of tools and features that will help identify articles that have had a heavy influence specific to research topics. So I just want to show how we can use Scholar Check to help find relevant on-point articles. So a couple ways you can do that. From the search results page, so let's just go back to, let's just run a quick search here. I'm just going to run a search here. Now let's just do a search for cybersecurity. So we're going to run a search here for cybersecurity. So just a general search using the 1-box search here. So from the search results, you can sort by option. So as I pointed out before, you can sort by number of times cited by articles or number of times accessed. Cited by articles, this just gives you a nice idea, okay, how many other people have cited back to this article? If a lot of people have cited this article, so you can see this Harvard Law Review article has been cited, the first result here has been cited by 269 additional articles. So this must be on-point relevant article if 269 other people have cited to it. Another feature here, you can actually click right that this is an active link cited by 269 articles will show you these 269 articles. So click here, it'll open a new window and it'll show you all 269 of those articles that have been cited. Number of times accessed, this is a rolling 12-month window, and it shows how many times has this article been accessed in the last 12 months by other HeinOnline users. So this is all HeinOnline users. You can see here this first article has been accessed 1,400 times over the last 12 months. So if 14 other people have accessed and read this article, it's probably a relevant on-point article. I should take a look at it. And then also with the Scholar Check, we have citations on a page. Citations on a page, if you're looking at a document, let me just, so from the welcome page, I'm just going to type in a citation here. So again, using the 1-box search here, I can type in a citation. When I type in the citation, I'm just going to scroll down and select citation. And then it'll search across HeinOnline for that citation. So I'm going to just retrieve this article, most cited article in HeinOnline, actually. So when we're looking at the article here, anywhere that there is a citation, this becomes an active hyperlink. So you can see here's a link, and that if you click that link, it'll open that document up for you in a new window. So any official link, so let's see here, let's click a link here and see, and you can see how it opens up in a new window. So you never have to leave your page, and you can just continue to dive further into your research without ever having to leave your page. Here we have an English report that was cited. and it will pull up that English report for you without ever having to leave HeinOnline. From the image page here on the left-hand side, you are going to see your Scholar Check stats. So click here, it'll display your Scholar Check stats for you. So if you're ever curious, okay, it's been cited by 5,341 articles, cited by 436 cases, accessed 1,009 times. If you ever need to look at citations, so if you want to copy the citation, click Cite here, and it'll display multiple citation format for you. And again, those are part of the Scholar Check tool that we have. MyHein, I mentioned I would talk about MyHein. I know we're running out of time here. So MyHein's our personal bookmarking research tool. Anyone with access to HeinOnline can create a MyHein account. It's completely separate from your institution that you're subscribed through or trialing through. All you need to create a MyHein account is access to HeinOnline. With MyHein, a couple of the key features here. You can save searches. So if you want to save a search, you'll actually, when we do our monthly content release, it is going to send you an email if there's any new results for that search. So you can just stay up to date with that search topic that you have by saving your search, and then we'll email you every month when we do our content release if anything new matches that search. Another great feature of MyHein, creating ETOC alerts. So if you're using HeinOnline to keep up to date with a specific journal, create an ETOC alert and you'll get notified if a new issue is published in HeinOnline for that specific journal. So to create a MyHein account, to use MyHein, top right-hand corner of the screen here, you're going to see MyHein profile. This is where when you log into HeinOnline, if you already have a MyHein account, you're going to log in here. If you don't, you can create your own account. You put in your own email, you create your own username, your own password. And then what is MyHein will be a MyHein user's guide. So that'll show how to create the ETOC alerts, how to create an account, very helpful user guide. So definitely check that out. MyHein is a great resource. It's free of charge. And again, all you need is access to HeinOnline to be able to create that MyHein account. So I highly recommend, if you do have access to HeinOnline, creating a MyHein account. And then we mentioned journals from around the world, 87 countries to be exact. LibGuide. So we are creating LibGuides for every database in HeinOnline. We actually do have a specific LibGuide for the journal library. So to get to the LibGuide, either from when you're in the Law Journal Library, you're going to see in the breadcrumb trail here a link right to the LibGuide. Click here. That'll open the LibGuide up for you. Also over here under Help, right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see a link to all of our LibGuides. So click LibGuides, and it'll give you a list of all the LibGuides we have available. Scroll down here, click on the Law Journal Library. You can see browse content, search tips, tools and features, current content. So just quickly, current content. We have partnered with a number of journals, Brill, Edward Elgar, Sage, to make their current content available as an a la carte subscription option. So we'll have the historic content available in the Law Journal Library for these publishers, but then, and ABA is another one that we work with, and then we offer these a la carte options if you want to get access to the current content. So you will find historic available in the journal database, and then if you want access to the current content, you can choose to subscribe to that current content journal module. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to cover. If you're not already a HeinOnline subscriber and you would like a 3-month trial, we are offering 3-month trials. You can email us at marketing@wshein.com and just mention that you were in the webinar and that you'd like to start the 3-month trial. We can do IP authentication, proxy authentication. You can get access to over 30 of our databases. So, please, if you're not already a subscriber, reach out to us and we'd be happy to set you up with a trial. And so that's everything I wanted to cover. So I am going to open it up to questions now. So do I have any questions? And I don't know if anyone's not able to unmute. I can unmute. So somebody asked, can I export articles to any reference management tool? And our experts work with CSV, EndNote, RefWorks, Noodle Tools, and Zotero. So good question. I'm just going to scroll through here and see if I see any other questions. And we will have a recording available of the webinar. So this is being recorded and we can send the recording over to everyone in attendance. Okay. All right, just scrolling through here. I don't see any other questions. Okay. I am going to, should I have a question? An example where you export to RefWorks. So I'm actually going to stop the recording and then I will go ahead and answer that question about exporting to RefWorks. So let me just quickly stop the recording. So thank you everyone for joining, and I am going to answer one additional question after I stop the recording. So thank you very much everyone who joined today. And again, the recording will be available after.